It was mentioned that when Prophet ﷺ would see dark clouds, he would go in and out of his tent and pray to Allah SWT not to punish his nation. What does Prophet ﷺ see in his nation that despite all the transgressions, he is still worried for us? In the same light, even sheikhs are doing the same thing. What can we do not to bring upon ourselves that punishment that they are worried for us?
When Prophet ﷺ was in the cave, when he left Mecca on his way to Medina with Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him the trust, gave him a task, a big job, and showed him the beauty of his ummah, the size of his ummah, the purity of his ummah, far surpasses any prophet. Allah showed his ummah in the original form that Allah has created, the beauty that is coming from Allah. The ummah's beauty is coming from the Prophet. The ummah then is part of the Prophet ﷺ. And the Prophet, that's why we say the Prophet's love to the ummah is more than the mother's love to the child. What does the mother see in the child? So many things. What does the father see to the child? So many things too. Not only the beauty and the perfection, but the trust that Allah has given to the Prophet to say, now that you've seen their original beauty, to know that the wrong things they're going to do to themselves is going to turn them to become very ugly. And the Prophet was hurt and he started crying. He was very sad, and Allah is saying, your job now, your task, is to return this ummah to me as pure and as beautiful as I created them. So the ummah is very important to the Prophet ﷺ in so many different ways. It's a very big task. The Prophet ﷺ, Sahabi Kiram, the Salihin, the Awliya Allah, they all share this work to try to wake up people who are going to listen and to return them to their originality, to return them to the purity. For the sake of Allah and the love that they have, it is more than the love that they're going to have to their own children. It must be. Because now they are understanding the spiritual connection. Your sons and your daughters is only a physical connection. It's only physical. And if it is more than that, fix it. Love them, yes. But understand that only the believers, they are brothers. So easy to love them when they're young. What if they grow up to be disobedient to Allah? You're still going to love them? Are you prepared for that? Are you at least putting a question mark to that? Or are you loving it blindly? Or are you saying, Ya Rabbi, please don't let them to be like that, but if they're like that, please, what do? You start thinking. And with that thinking, you're praying and you're asking. You're not just being spoiled. When you do that, your love will become more pure, more sweeter, and it will be safer. The ego and shaitan cannot use it too much. You'll find there is let's say, a space there you can pull back a little bit. We are blind to ourselves. As Shaykh Afendi used to say, if one ray of light from our spirit is shown to each other, we will make sajda to each other. We will fall in love with each other. Just one ray coming from our spirit. Then there are those ones like prophets and saints. They see that. It's very easy for them. But we are blind. We should not be. If you're still blind, just walk with those ones you can see a little bit. If you're still blind, at least feel where the footprints are. Walk according to that. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. Assalamu alaikum.